and we'll keep drifting, floating together through the mysteries, 100 planets mysteries, looping softly, endlessly, through the night. Tonight we'll drift through the diamond rain of Neptune, the silent frozen oceans of Europa, the rogue planets wandering space alone. There's nothing you need to do now. Just let your body sink. Heavier, heavier. Feel the mattress holding you, every muscle softening, your heartbeat slowing. Thump, thump. Matching the rhythm of space itself. Shoulders melting down, jaw releasing. Each breath pulling you deeper, deeper into the calm, the quiet, the dark. If this helps you rest, tap subscribe and comment and hit like, so others can find this calm too, but only if your eyes are still open. Otherwise, just drift. Now, let's drift into planets, just floating in a quiet room with the dark all around you, like a soft blanket of space, wrapping gently, soothingly, letting your thoughts dissolve into the quiet shimmer of the cosmos, drifting, sinking, floating, and as you breathe, slow, slow, your mind begins to travel across the silent oceans of starlight, deeper into the planetary mysteries waiting in the dark. Imagine Jupiter first, its great swirling bands stretching wider than anything we've ever known. Deep clouds layered like brush strokes, clouds so thick, so immense, that sunlight can take hours to filter through them, drifting through storms older than human history, storms that turn slowly, slowly, like cosmic whirlpools of colour. Somewhere within those clouds, far beneath the gentle glow, lies that enormous storm, the great red spot, turning with its ancient unhurried spin, centuries of motion, swirling, swirling, slowly grinding through Jupiter's atmosphere, vast enough to swallow worlds, yet drifting with a strangely graceful calm, a slow spiral the size of a dream. Feel yourself drifting with it, moving in gentle arcs, your thoughts circling, stretching, fading like mist in the wind. And beneath those clouds, far deeper, the pressure grows, heavier, heavier, the atmosphere compressing, squeezing, until hydrogen itself becomes metallic, shining in the dark like liquid silver, the core of Jupiter hidden beneath crushing silence, a place where matter behaves like something between storm and metal, between lightning and river. Feel the weight of it, the vastness, and then feel your own body, lighter, lighter, floating against the mattress, drifting in the quiet. The clouds above that core, they never rest. Even the quietest bands hum with convection, warm rising, cold falling, cells of movement so huge they could stretch across continents. Yet here, in your quiet room, they feel like soft exhalations, like breaths, drifting slowly. Thump, thump, deeper into calm, deeper still. If you listen inside the silence, you might almost hear it, the faint whisper of solar wind brushing against Jupiter's magnetic field, humming low like a deep cosmic sigh. and further out, Saturn turns, slower, softer, wrapped in its luminous rings, thin structures of ice and dust, each piece drifting, colliding, settling into orbits shaped by gravity's gentle pull. One ring, the F ring, so whisper-thin that it seems almost imaginary, stands between order and chaos, its delicate strands shepherded by tiny moons that tug and guide it, shaping waves, braids, twists, all in soft silence. Imagine those shepherd moons gliding through the dark, keeping the ring in line, pushing the dust into its narrow ribbon, like guardians guiding a cosmic thread. Saturn itself spins with such speed that its shape bulges at the equator, a soft, rounded distortion, like a planet caught mid-breath. At its north pole, that strange, perfect hexagon turns, a storm shaped like geometry, its edges sharp, clear, unmoving, a six-sided cyclone the size of a world, rotating in slow hypnotic motion. Picture it, a giant icy blue hexagon, turning, endlessly, like a celestial symbol etched into clouds. Breathe, slow, slow. Let your thoughts turn with it, gentle, unhurried, drifting deeper. And just beyond Saturn's luminous rings, Uranus glows with a subtle, delicate blue, a soft colour that feels like dusk, cool and calming, whispering quietness into the darkness. Its rings are faint, almost invisible, narrow bands of dust, like pencil lines drawn on a sphere, and Uranus tilts far on its side, rolling through space like a sleeping giant, moving slowly, silently, cloaked in deep, calm air. Neptune, colder, darker, deeper, waits even farther from the sun, bathed in blue so vivid it feels like an ocean without shore. Its winds the fastest in the solar system, yet still, strangely, peaceful when seen from afar. Its great dark spots appear and vanish, fleeting storms drifting across blue haze, like shadows slipping through water, appearing, dissolving, gone, and sometimes, deep within Neptune's atmosphere, diamonds may form, glittering fragments falling like silent rain, drifting downward into the blue, never touching a surface, just sinking into deeper and deeper layers of storm. Imagine that diamond rain, glimmer, glimmer, falling in infinite blue silence. Let that image soften you, melt you, deeper into the mattress, heavier, heavier. Then drift to the moons, quiet worlds drifting around giant planets, each one with a secret. Europa, smooth and pale, its surface cracked like frozen glass, hides an ocean so deep, so vast, that it may hold more water than Earth. Entire oceans beneath ice, silent, pitch black, warmed by tidal motion. That water moves slowly, pushed by gravity, pulling and squeezing the moon until heat forms, allowing liquid to remain beneath the cold. You can picture it. A dark ocean lit only by faint chemical glows, drifting currents, quiet tides beneath an icy shell. And sometimes, that ocean breaks through, forming plumes that rise gently into space, faint mist drifting upward, like breath from a sleeping planet. Enceladus, even smaller, sends out cryovolcanoes of icy spray, plumes so delicate that they form part of Saturn's E-ring. Soft, white, frozen particles drifting outward, spiraling around the planet like whispered secrets. Imagine those plumes, slow, misty, rising from dark cracks, as if the moon is exhaling, letting out tiny sighs into an endless night. Io, Jupiter's volcanic moon, glows with constant eruptions, volcanic fountains spewing sulfur and molten rock. But from afar, from this distance in your gentle drifting mind, it feels quiet, like distant sparks glowing slowly, a warm ember in the cold blackness. Its shadow slides across Jupiter's clouds, a perfect circle, black against swirling colour, a slow-moving mark drifting across the giant planet's bands, like the shadow of a pebble crossing a painted ocean. Ganymede, largest moon in the solar system, has its own magnetic field, faint, subtle, brushing through charged particles, creating auroral whispers, its icy surface smooth in places, fractured in others, glittering beneath soft sunlight. Callisto, ancient, unmoving, coated in craters so old they look like memory itself, dark, quiet, untouched for billions of years, a world that has simply watched, drifting, turning, unchanged. Titan, wrapped in thick smog, orange haze filtering gentle blue light as it falls, methane lakes reflecting softly, raindrops of methane drifting slowly downward, like tiny pearls falling through golden fog, landing on dark sand. Imagine that rain, slow, quiet, heavy with calm, tapping softly against the surface of a world so cold, so serene, that even wind sounds like a sigh, frozen in time. Triton, circling Neptune backwards, sends out nitrogen geysers, ghostly and pale, drifting like tall, thin ghosts across ice plains, shadows rising and falling in the faint blue light. Miranda, strange and fractured, cliffs and ridges stacked like puzzle pieces rearranged, a world that looks stitched together by ancient forces, hanging quietly in Uranus's dim light. Hyperion, tumbling, spongy, shaped like a porous stone adrift in the dark, spins unpredictably, wobbling gently like a drifting leaf. Himalaya, with icy spikes forming across its surface, frozen structures jutting upward in silence, sculpted by ancient impacts. Rhea, slow, unmoving, rotating gently, calmly, light touching its surface like a whisper. Dione, crossed by faint frozen rivers, pale streaks across its icy crust, like quiet memories carved in frost. Every moon carries a different dream, every world drifting through its own quiet, and you feel yourself drifting with them, softer, slower, melting into the stillness. Let your breath fall into rhythm, slower, slower, matching the soft orbital dance of these silent companions. Ceres, small, gentle, drifting between Mars and Jupiter, holds mysterious bright spots, salt deposits gleaming like eyes in the dark, reflecting sunlight with pale shimmer, tiny mirrors in a vast quiet belt of rocks. The asteroid belt itself turns like a slow river of stone, fragments drifting, tumbling, Never crowded, always separated by oceans of space, tiny worlds following quiet paths, gently guided by gravity. Vesta rises above them, tall mountain at its center, a peak larger than almost anything on Earth, shaped by ancient collisions, towering above cratered plains, palace, coated in dark regolith, untouched, undisturbed, grains unmoved for eons, lying in silent stillness, Haumea, elongated, spinning so quickly that it becomes stretched, its fast, dizzying rotation pulling it into an oval, like a world caught in a dance, twirling silently in distant cold. Make, dark and red, coated in frozen gases, reflecting faint light with a soft glow. Eris, tilted, distant, orbiting at a strange angle, gliding through regions where sunlight feels like starlight from a dream. Quar, perhaps wearing a ring, delicate particles encircling it softly, drifting like dust in a sunbeam. Gong, reddish, slow, moving through the Kuiper belt, untouched by inner solar winds, bathed in timeless cold. Farther still, Sedna travels an orbit so long, so distant, that one trip around the sun takes longer than recorded human history, moving through a realm where the sun is just another star, faint, tiny, yet still guiding its path. Beyond Sedna, the Oort cloud surrounds the solar system like a distant halo, icy bodies drifting in silence, waiting for gravitational nudges to send them inward, to become comets, whose nuclei form quietly, grains of dust freezing together, building slowly, invisibly. These long-period comets take millions of years to return, drifting from edge to edge of the solar realm. As they move inward, dust reflects the faint glow of zodiacal light, a soft triangle of brightness in a dark sky, made of countless particles, glowing gently. Drift with it, drift with that light. Let your limbs soften, your breath float, your mind loosen. Planetary mysteries extend far beyond our sun. Worlds orbiting red dwarfs shine with faint, eerie light, atmospheres glowing dimly as if lit from within. Some planets circle two stars at once, moving through skies where twin suns rise and set, painting clouds in double light, long shadows crossing each other softly. Other worlds shimmer with thick atmospheres, hot Jupiters pressed close to their stars, gas layers boiling and glowing, stretched into teardrop shapes by tidal pull. Super Earths, heavy, rocky, vast, with mountains far taller than ours, hold dense air that moves slowly, sighing across plains. Water worlds reflect starlight in milky glimmer, entire surfaces covered in endless ocean, where clouds form and fall like gentle silver curtains. Some planets are made mostly of carbon, black, crystalline, shining like obsidian spheres in faint light. Some drift alone, rogue planets, wandering without a star, drifting in eternal night, wrapped in thick atmospheres glowing faintly with leftover heat. Lonely travelers through interstellar space. Imagine drifting with one, floating through dark that stretches forever, feeling the quiet, the peace, the endlessness, as your own thoughts grow dim, soft, still. Planets around pulsars, strange worlds catching slow pulses of radiation, bathed in the rhythmic heartbeat of a dead star. Thump, thump, thump. Resonant orbits form delicate patterns, planets tugging gently on each other, keeping time like cosmic metronomes, a star slightly wobbling, revealing an unseen planet, gravity whispering secrets through starlight. All of it, all of these quiet patterns, drift like soft threads weaving through your mind, calming, soothing, pulling you deeper. Feel the mattress holding you, heavier, heavier, melting through the surface. Earth joins this dance too, our magnetic field drifting, wandering, our axis tilting gently, softly. Dust devils on Mars casting long shadows like thin fingers. Ancient riverbeds showing where water once murmured through red valleys. Valles Marineris opening like a vast wound in the planet's crust. Long tubes of lava on Mars stretch in darkness. Perfect caves shielded from wind. Silent as sleep. Mercury's exosphere, faint, barely there, touches the sunlight like the last breath of day. Its magnetic field shifts slowly, subtly, barely whispering through space. Earth's own magnetosphere echoes faintly, a soft hum of charged particles drifting, airglow shimmering on the night side. Faint green and blue against deep black, clouds forming cirrus threads, thin, wispy, drifting high above the surface. Hot exoplanets condensing rock vapor into clouds, droplets forming from molten minerals, raining slowly, silently. Hydrogen diffuses outward, slipping into space, disappearing molecule by molecule. Cosmic rays fall gently, like invisible rain, brushing against atmospheres. At the edge of our solar system, the heliopause pushes gently against the interstellar medium, like two oceans meeting, touching, blending, and you, drifting with all of this, floating through a universe of endless calm. Every orbit, every slow spin, every gentle storm breathes the same quiet rhythm, the rhythm you're sinking into now, deeper, deeper. And as your breathing slows, as your body becomes still, we drift further into the quiet orbits, where worlds move like soft lanterns through the dark, where Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows slowly, like frozen breath, where Charon and Pluto orbit each other, a slow, balanced dance. Two bodies locked in gentle motion, never turning away, where Sputnik Planitia gleams with smooth ice, reflecting faint sunlight like a crushed pearl, where Iapetus shows one bright side and one dark side, a world of contrast, drifting in perfect silence, where Earth's subtle seismic hum vibrates quietly, deep under oceans, where meteor showers arrive gently, tiny sparks entering air, softly glowing before disappearing, where Neptune's slow winds glide across its surface, brushing blue clouds lightly, where cirrus clouds rise on exoplanets, where airglow flickers, where space weather murmurs like distant static, where the universe stretches, redshift creeping along galaxies as they drift apart, where planets in globular clusters circle old, dim stars, holding memories older than our sun, where Kepler's field, cold, dark, silent, holds thousands of worlds, invisible, waiting, where the void between stars is deep, black, soothing, where brown dwarfs host quiet worlds warmed only by faint glow, everything, everywhere, drifting, turning, breathing in cosmic silence, and you drift with it, deeper, slower, your thoughts dissolving like mist, your body sinking into stillness, everything soft, everything quiet. And as this part of the dream flows onward, your mind continues wandering, drifting through the planetary tides, gliding toward the next gentle mystery as we move softly into the quietest regions where starlight bends and the orbits stretch far beyond anything we've yet whispered, and the shadows of distant worlds begin to fold into one another, like slow, drifting, stretching outward like a warm ocean without waves, just stillness, just calm. And as we drift farther, floating through that quiet, the mysteries of distant planets stretch open like petals, revealing their soft interiors, revealing the ways gravity shapes them, holds them, guides them in orbits that sway like lullabies. Imagine a planet circling a red dwarf, bathed in faint ember-like light, the sky a perpetual twilight, long shadows stretching softly, the atmosphere glowing with a dim rose hue, air so thick it muffles every sound, leaving only silence, warm, unbroken, like the quiet just before sleep overtakes you. Somewhere in that world, slow winds drift through dense mist, the light filtering through like crimson haze, everything hushed, and your breath follows, slow, slow. Then another world, close to a giant star, where the atmosphere shimmers like molten gold, hot winds dragging particles into long, glowing tails that trail behind the planet, forming comet-like streams of ionized air. These worlds feel intense, but from afar, from this floating place where you rest, they're only shimmering shapes in the dark, glowing like embers floating on a black sea. Feel your body soften into that sea, sinking, melting, drifting deeper, deeper. Some worlds have perpetual day on one side and eternal night on the other. Tidal locking creates frozen darkness where the cold is absolute, and on the day side, a scorching bright face made of unending sunrise. Venus moves slowly through its thick clouds, rotating so sluggishly it almost seems still, so slow that its night lasts longer than its year, and the dark side, thick with swirling clouds, holds heat like a pressure cooker, trapping everything, releasing nothing. Its perpetual night glows faintly from lightning, flickers buried deep in sulfuric clouds. Imagine the slow heaviness of it, the weight, the dense air pressing gently. Then feel how light your own breath is, how airy, how free. Mars rests under a soft red sky, polar caps glimmering like quiet lanterns at the poles, frozen in steady calm. Its dust devils cast long shadows twisting across the ground, thin spiraling columns drifting like ghostly dancers. Ancient riverbeds cut across the planet, reminders of water that once murmured through its valleys. Valles Marineris stretches open like a great scar, deeper and longer than any canyon on Earth, yet lying in total silence. Imagine walking its edge, the stillness so vast your thoughts echo, but then let the idea dissolve, melting into the rhythm of your breath, slow, gentle, drifting. Mercury moves closest to the sun, scorched and cold at once, its magnetic field slow and subtle, drifting slightly like a sleepy compass. Its surface scarps creep slowly, tectonic wrinkles forming over eons as the planet cools and contracts. Everything on Mercury happens quietly, sluggishly, like moons shifting beneath a blanket. Let that slowness settle into your own muscles, shoulders dropping, jaw loosening, breath softening. Earth, too, hums with quiet, the faint seismic murmur deep beneath oceans, tiny vibrations travelling through mantle and crust, barely perceptible, like the universe breathing beneath your feet. Our axis tilts gently, slowly changing the fabric of seasons. Our magnetic pole drifts, wandering through the Arctic like a traveller without hurry. Seen from space, Earth glows at night, not with fire or storm, but with the soft haze of light pollution, little clusters of brightness blooming across continents, as if the planet were softly exhaling sparks. And above it all, cirrus clouds drift like thin white whispers, delicate, wispy, long strokes of frost floating over a spinning sphere. The moon's dark side, unlit, hidden, absorbs sunlight without reflecting, a realm that never shows its face. Hidden craters, deep shadowed basins, untouched for billions of years. Its hidden caves carved by ancient lava, tunnels of eternal night. Imagine the darkness, thick, unbroken, safe, like the darkness behind your closed eyes. Phobos and Deimos orbit Mars in irregular paths, tumbling slightly, always small, always quiet. Phobos erodes slowly, its surface wearing down from tiny impacts, from dust, from the slow, grinding touch of time. Dion's icy rivers glint in cold light, frozen in place forever. Rhea rotates in unhurried calm, Himalaya coated with strange icy spikes, like crystal teeth rising from silence. Each moon has its own stillness, each one moving in slow spirals. Callisto's surface, dark, ancient, absorbs the faint glow of Jupiter, its craters preserved like the memory of a dream. Ganymede's magnetic field creates shimmering auroras, flickering at its poles like soft cosmic fireflies. Io erupts with volcanic glow, but even that from afar seems gentle, faint light against Jupiter's swirling bands. Jupiter's clouds twist in slow convective motions, warm rising, cold sinking, unending, layered like curtains of cream and gold. Sometimes shadows pass across them, soft circular darkness from one of its moons, drifting slowly over the painted surface. And deeper, far deeper, the atmosphere thickens, pressure rising into unbreakable weight, hydrogen turning metallic, changing form under the silent crush, the world turning into an enormous sphere of quiet lightning. You drift with it. Feel the heaviness beneath you. Feel the lightness in your limbs, the stretch of your breath, the looseness behind your eyes. Saturn's aurorae shift slowly, curtains of colour glowing at its poles, shimmering like soft light rippling behind clouds. The hexagonal storm spins at the North Pole, 6 sides turning so evenly, so quietly, a shape that should not exist. Yet there it is, etched into clouds, its rings whisper as particles collide, ice crystals tapping softly into one another, the F-ring thin as a thread, fluctuating, braided, woven by shepherd moons gliding alongside it. Imagine standing in those rings, just drifting, as tiny grains of ice shimmer past, each particle catching the faint light of distant sun. So soft, so delicate. Uranus's faint rings glow slightly blue. The planet rolls on its side, its poles facing the sun for years at a time, its storms hidden beneath layers of methane haze, a world bathed in soft, endless twilight. Neptune, deep sapphire, roars with winds faster than sound, but from a distance it looks perfectly still. Great dark spots appear, dissolve, appear again, fleeting shadows moving across the blue. Imagine diamond rain falling through its depths, crystals drifting slowly downward, glimmering in soft, heavy air. Your breath follows, falling, drifting, slipping deeper into the mattress, beyond Neptune. The Kuiper belt spreads like a field of icy marbles, each world silent, cold, drifting slowly around the sun. Pluto, small, distant, glowing faintly, its heart-shaped glacier, Sputnik Planitia, flows in slow motion, nitrogen ice creeping like a silent tide. Its atmosphere rising in thin layers, then freezing and falling again as frost. Charon moves with Pluto in perfect rhythm, 2 bodies orbiting a shared point, locked in an intimate cosmic dance. Triton sends geysers of nitrogen skyward, dark streaks forming on its surface as plumes rise, drift, settle again. Farther still, Sedna drifts in a long, slow arc, millennia passing between perihelion and aphelion, a world almost untouched by sunlight. The Oort cloud envelopes everything, a vast sphere of icy bodies, a drifting halo around the solar system. Quiet, still, waiting. Some of those frozen worlds fall inward, becoming long-period comets, their nuclei forming slowly, dust clinging in silence, ices locking together. As they approach the inner solar system, sunlight warms their surfaces, forming tails that stretch for millions of kilometers, soft glowing streams that follow them like veils. Zodiacal light forms from dust in the inner system, a soft glow before sunrise, a triangular shimmer like starlight caught on a veil of tiny particles. You're drifting with it all, slow, rhythmic, the universe breathing around you, and your own breath matching that pace. Slow, soft, drifting. Stars tug on planets, planets tug on stars, creating delicate wobbles. Patterns in light, tiny dips during transits, soft changes in brightness, each one whispering the presence of a world. Planets orbiting pulses feel rhythmic energy. Thump, thump, thump. A cosmic heartbeat echoing through the dark. Planets older than our sun drift in ancient orbits, carrying scars from collisions long forgotten, dust swirling around them like faded memories. Some planets orbit brown dwarfs, their skies dim, lit only by faint crimson glow, like an ember in deep night. The cosmic microwave background stretches across the universe, a faint hum of leftover heat, whispering stories from the dawn of time. Galaxies drift apart, slow redshift stretching their light, like sound fading in a long hallway, growing softer, quieter, until it becomes background lullaby, and your mind, floating among these drifting worlds, grows softer too, looser, more fluid, slipping deeper into the dreamlike quiet. Earth's own airglow flickers at night, green and red waves shimmering at the edge of space, a soft halo hugging the planet. In the dark upper atmosphere, hydrogen slips away, escaping into the void, drifting molecule by molecule, released, free. Meteor showers arrive gently, grains of dust entering air, glowing softly, burning away like scattered sparks. You feel as soft as those sparks, as light, as quiet. The deep atmosphere of gas giants remains still, undisturbed, a realm where light barely reaches, where pressure quiets everything, turning storms into slow sculptures. Kepler 22b with its thick, heavy atmosphere, air dense like warm fog, pressing gently, holding heat like a blanket. Clouds moving slowly across an endless sea. Titan glows blue beneath its haze, sunlight filtering, scattering, reaching the surface with muted calm. Earth's cirrus clouds whisper across sky, thin ice fibers drifting high above, touching no ground, only sky, only silence. The heliopause holds the solar wind inside, pushing outward, gently resisting the interstellar medium, the boundary between two great oceans of particles, a soft meeting point, like lips barely touching, like breath-brushing skin. Everything in the universe moves slowly, drifting, spinning, orbiting. A great cosmic ballet danced in silence, and you, floating through this warm darkness, your body sinking heavier, heavier, breath softening, mind loosening, thoughts drifting like dust grains in the zodiacal light. You're moving deeper, slipping further into the quiet, becoming part of the cosmic rhythm, the slow pulse, the drifting tides, the unhurried turning of planets. And as we drift onward, deeper into the soft folds of night, into even quieter regions where orbits stretch thinner, where light bends in gentle arcs, where worlds cool into crystal shadows, we'll keep floating, gently, softly, as the next mysteries rise from the dark and the silence grows thicker, warmer, holding you as you sink, heavier, heavier, into the endless dark, where planets drift in slow arcs, turning in quiet ballets, soft, unbroken, each orbit a gentle lullaby. each rotation a whisper of time stretching endlessly. Imagine distant planets in globular clusters, thousands of stars clustered tightly, worlds circling silently, bathed in faint golden light, moving in orbits that have held for billions of years, untouched, unhurried. Some of these worlds are older than our sun, ancient travelers in space, their surfaces etched with craters that tell stories older than life itself, drifting through time as calmly as you drift through your own quiet. Other planets circle brown dwarfs, dim embers in the cosmic night, their skies dark, their atmospheres faintly glowing, the light just enough to sketch contours in soft shades of twilight. Imagine standing on one of these worlds, slow winds brushing lightly across invisible plains, nothing to disturb the calm, nothing to pull your mind from its gentle drift. Even faraway super-Earths, rocky giants, orbit quietly, vast continents and high mountains covered in heavy atmospheres, clouds forming in slow, silent motion, flowing like soft paint across the sky. And some exoplanets are hot Jupiters, enormous gas giants pressed so close to their stars that their days stretch endlessly, their atmospheres glowing in molten colors, flowing slowly from heated day sides to cooler night sides, drifting as if breathing, soft, rhythmic, hypnotic. Some worlds shimmer with thick clouds, thick enough that sunlight barely penetrates, leaving a dim, dreamlike glow that filters downward like soft honey. Water worlds, entire planets of liquid, reflecting faint starlight, oceans moving slowly, currents drifting, waves rolling gently without sound, soft, smooth, endless. Other planets are made largely of carbon, black, crystalline, glowing faintly in scattered starlight, surfaces like polished obsidian, reflecting only whispers of light. Rogue planets wander the galaxy alone, drifting without a sun, warmed only by leftover internal heat, their surfaces glowing faintly in cold darkness, lonely travelers in an infinite night. Some planets orbit pulsars, their worlds bathed in rhythmic pulses of energy. Thump, 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 a quiet heartbeat echoing through space, soft enough to become part of your own rhythm. And planets locked in orbital resonance, tugging gently on one another, their motions perfectly timed, a cosmic metronome playing softly, endlessly. As we drift, you can imagine the slow wobbles of stars, subtle movements caused by unseen planets, gentle nudges of gravity whispering secrets, unseen, silent, perfect. Closer to home, Mars drifts with its frozen polar caps, ancient riverbeds winding across valleys, Valles Marineris stretching open like a scarred memory, long shadows cast by dust devils curling slowly across the rusty plains. In Martian lava tubes, eternal darkness stretches unbroken, silent tunnels where light never reaches, a quiet stillness like the back of your eyelids as you drift. Mercury spins slowly, scarps curling across its surface, a crust that shrinks as the planet cools, magnetic field pulsing faintly, invisible, gentle, drifting outward into space. Venus, thick with clouds, traps heat, its perpetual night side silent and heavy, sulphuric clouds rolling like smoke across the sky, lightning flickering unseen, distant, quiet. Earth turns beneath the soft shimmer of its magnetosphere, faint auroras dancing at the poles, cirrus clouds drifting high, air glow brushing the horizon in green and red whispers, the seismic hum beneath oceans resonating softly, the moon silent, unlit on one side, craters ancient and deep, hidden caves carved by long-gone lava flows, every shadow still, perfect, untouched. Phobos and Deimos drift irregularly around Mars, tumbling, slow, gentle. Phobos eroding over millennia, Dian's frozen rivers reflecting faint starlight, Rhea rotating softly, Hyperion tumbling unpredictably, Himalaya's icy spikes casting thin shadows across cold surfaces. Callisto's ancient plains lie dark, Ganymede's faint aurorae flicker, Io's volcanoes glow softly, the great red spot of Jupiter turns slowly, bands of clouds curling, convective cells rising, falling, deep currents hidden beneath, metallic hydrogen cores holding immense pressure. Saturn's effring whispers as particles collide, shepherd moons nudging, weaving. Saturn's hexagonal storm rotates endlessly at its north pole, a six-sided marvel etched in cloud, aurorae flickering gently at its poles. Uranus tilts on its side, rings faint and delicate, blue glow soft. Neptune's winds roar silently, great dark spots drift and vanish, diamond rain falling like soft crystalline mist. Ceres drifts in the asteroid belt, bright spots gleaming, a soft mirror reflecting faint sunlight. Vesta's central peak rises, Pallas coated in dark, unmoved regolith. The asteroid belt tumbles, pieces drifting like silent dancers. Pluto and Charon orbit a shared point, Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flowing, thin atmosphere rising, freezing again. Triton sending ghostly nitrogen plumes, Haumea spinning dizzyingly, Make glowing dark, Eris tilted, distant, quiet, Qua possibly encircled by rings, Gong deep red, Sedna moving slowly through the Oort cloud, cometary nuclei forming quietly, long-period comets travelling from the edge of the solar system, drifting slowly, entering light glowing faintly. Zodiacal light filters softly, a triangle of brightness in the darkness, dust reflecting the faraway sun, subtle, calm, guiding your thoughts into gentle arcs and far beyond, interstellar space stretches, cold, empty, yet alive in silent rhythm. Rogue planets drifting alone, the faint pulse of distant pulsars, super-Earths orbiting dim stars, carbon planets glimmering like crystal. The cosmic microwave background hums faintly, redshift stretching galaxies. Planets older than our sun drift slowly, brown dwarf worlds moving softly. You drift with it all, slower, softer, breath following the slow pulse of the cosmos, your body melting deeper, heavier, muscles releasing, every tension dissolving into the mattress. Meteor showers arrive, particles glowing, burning softly in the upper atmospheres of planets, tiny sparks vanishing into dark, cirrus clouds forming high above Earth's surface, hydrogen escaping, air glow flickering faintly, the heliopause gently resisting the interstellar medium, boundaries between solar winds and the void, soft, curved, whispering, and you, floating, drifting, slipping further, deeper into the stillness, absorbing the quiet rhythm of orbits, spins, and rotations. All planets, near and far, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, tidal forces shaping oceans, volcanoes glimmering, atmospheres shimmering, ice cracking, dust drifting. Mars's lava tubes stretch in eternal night. Mercury's thin exosphere glints in sunlight. Venus's clouds roll silently. Jupiter's deep bands turn. Saturn's rings shimmer. Uranus's blue hue glows. Neptune's storms flicker. Moons everywhere spin and drift. Europa's oceans flow beneath ice. Enceladus's cryovolcanoes mist softly. Ganymede's auroras pulse. Titan's methane rain falls. Callisto's dark surface absorbs light. Triton's geysers rise. Hyperion tumbles. The asteroid belt drifts. Vesta's peak rises. Sirius's bright spots gleam. Pallas remains still. Haumea spins. Make drifts. Eris tilts. Pluto and Charon dance. Comets drift inward, slowly, gently. Long tails stretching, dust reflecting starlight. Zodiacal light shimmers, faint, soft, guiding your drifting mind. Rogue planets float alone. Super Earths orbit distant stars. Hot Jupiters glow. Carbon planets shine like obsidian. Water worlds reflect. Diamonds fall from Neptune. And the universe keeps turning, spinning, orbiting, pulsing. A soft, endless rhythm. And you, sinking, floating, drifting with it. Heavier, heavier, breathing. Slow, calm, melting into the infinite. Every orbit, every spin, every whisper of planetary wind, every glimmer of distant ice, every pulse, every rotation, soft, quiet, like the steady rhythm of your own heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. And as your thoughts dissolve, as your body becomes one with the mattress, one with the quiet, we drift further into mysteries that stretch beyond the edge of memory, into subtle exoplanet atmospheres, planets in binary systems glimmering under twin suns, the slow diffusion of hydrogen into space, the soft reflection of zodiacal light, and the subtle shift of cosmic microwave background, galaxies moving, red-shifting, drifting apart, silent, quiet, endless. Each planet, each moon, each orbit, a story, a song, a quiet pulse, and your body, every cell, drifts with it. The universe, spinning, orbiting, drifting, planets, moving, slowly, quietly, and you, drifting, melting, floating deeper, heavier, soft, gentle, endless. And as this quiet river of planets continues, we drift into unseen worlds, minor planets glinting, moons orbiting softly, rings sparkling, auroras flickering, volcanoes glowing, oceans flowing, ice cracking, atmospheres condensing, every motion slow, rhythmic, hypnotic, Your mind drifts, your body drifts, breath follows, slow, soft, muscles dissolve, thoughts float, heavier, heavier, and the quiet grows deeper, warmer, holding you, carrying you into the infinite, into the infinite. The soft, warm quiet of drifting planets surrounding you, every world moving slowly, gracefully, as if the universe itself were exhaling. Imagine the slow, hypnotic pull of a planet caught in orbital resonance. Gentle tugs, invisible yet precise, each tug guiding moons, rings, and dust, soft motions creating patterns that stretch across millions of kilometers. And as we drift farther, we find worlds with magnetic fields barely noticeable, faint whispers of charged particles spiraling outward, brushing against space, a slow, gentle hum, almost inaudible, yet present, comforting. Think of Earth, its magnetosphere shimmering faintly, charged particles moving like soft ribbons of light, auroras pulsing gently at the poles, cirrus clouds floating high above, the faintest air glow painting the horizon. Beneath your own skin, your heartbeat mimics that rhythm. Thump, 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 slow, steady, calm. Above, the moon rotates, one side bright, one side dark, shadows stretching across craters that have held still for billions of years, lava tubes carved deep within, hidden from the sun, untouched, quiet, a private sanctuary in space. Phobos and Deimos glide around Mars, irregular tumbling paths, Phobos slowly eroding, Dian's frozen rivers glitter in the dim starlight. Rhea rotates serenely. Himalaya's icy spikes stand as silent sentinels. Callisto's dark surface lies dormant, ancient craters frozen in memory. Ganymede's auroras shimmer. Eo's volcanoes glow, pulsing gently. The great red spot spins, clouds rising and sinking in endless patterns. Metallic hydrogen core under immense pressure. Saturn's Ephring dances with particles. Shepherd moons guiding, weaving. Saturn's north hexagonal storm rotates endlessly. Auroras flicker softly. Uranus rolls slowly, faint rings glowing, a serene blue hue covering the atmosphere. Neptune's storms drift, vanish, and return. Diamond rain falling in quiet showers. Ceres drifts in the asteroid belt, bright white spots sparkling. Vesta's central peak rises. Pallas's dark regolith undisturbed, the belt itself slowly tumbling, pieces drifting in soft arcs. Pluto and Charon circle each other, heart-shaped glaciers flowing, atmospheres rising and freezing, Triton sending ghostly geysers, Haumea spinning dizzyingly, Makemek's dark surface faintly reflecting, Eris tilting in distant orbit. Comets drift inward, their icy cores glowing softly, tails stretching long and thin, dust shimmering under distant starlight, zodiacal light shimmering faintly, a soft trail guiding your mind. Rogue planets float in total darkness, super-Earth's orbit faint red dwarfs, carbon planets glint obsidian-like, water worlds reflecting dim starlight, hot Jupiters glowing near stars, diamond rain falling on distant Neptune-like worlds, and the cosmic microwave background hums faintly. Galaxies redshifting, planets older than our sun drifting, brown dwarf worlds bathed in weak glow. You drift with all of it, slower, softer, breathing with the universe, muscles dissolving into the mattress, mind floating free, every cell attuned to the rhythm of orbits, spins, rotations. Meteor showers arrive, particles glowing softly, cirrus clouds forming high, hydrogen slipping into space, the heliopause gently holding back the interstellar medium. Boundaries like soft, invisible curtains. And now, beyond all these familiar worlds, we drift into the unseen, the minor planets of the Kuiper Belt. Qua possibly encircled by rings, Gongong's red surface shimmering faintly, Sedna slowly arcing through the Oort cloud, comets forming quietly. Long-period comets slowly approach, their icy surfaces reflecting dim starlight, tails stretching, shimmering, soft, guiding your drifting mind. The universe is moving, planets, stars, moons, dust, ice, gas, all in gentle, endless motion, soft, hypnotic, rhythmic. Think of planets orbiting binary stars, twin suns rising and setting, shadows dancing together, clouds lit by double light, warmth alternating, a subtle push and pull of energy. Some exoplanets have thick atmospheres, clouds reflecting starlight, molten surfaces condensing slowly into soft shapes, soft breezes flowing through dense air, hypnotic, slow, gentle, water worlds, oceans stretching endlessly, slow currents, reflective surfaces catching light like a ripple frozen in time, carbon planets, black and crystalline, obsidian spheres rotating silently, sparkling faintly, untouched, unhurried, rogue planets, drifting endlessly, glowing faintly from leftover heat, alone in the void, peaceful, infinite. Planets orbit pulsars, rhythmic pulses of energy, thump, 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 a soft heartbeat in the dark, orbital resonances, planets tugging gently, timing perfect, moving in synchronicity, soft cosmic choreography. Your mind drifts with it all, the rhythm of orbits echoing in your thoughts, muscles melting, breathing slow, slow. Mars's frozen polar caps glimmer, ancient riverbeds whisper stories, Valles Marineris stretches like a canyon of memory, dust devils casting long shadows, lava tubes extending in eternal darkness. Mercury's magnetic field drifts faintly, its scarps creeping slowly. Venus rotates sluggishly, perpetual night, thick clouds rolling, occasional lightning hidden in sulfuric mists. Earth hums softly, auroras shimmer, cirrus clouds drift, airglow faintly rippling, seismic hum vibrating under oceans, axis tilting slowly, magnetic pole wandering gently, the moon, dark side unlit, craters ancient, hidden caves carved by lava, Phobos and Deimos tumbling, Dian's icy rivers frozen, Rhea's rotation slow, Hyperion tumbling, Himalaya's spikes glint, Callisto's surface quiet, Ganymede's auroras flicker, Io glows, Jupiter's clouds swirl, great red spot turning, metallic hydrogen deep within. Saturn's effring whispers, shepherd moons guiding, hexagon at North Pole rotating, auroras shifting, Uranus tilts, rings faint, blue hue soft, Neptune's storms drift, diamond rain falls, Ceres' bright spots gleam, Vesta rises, Pallas untouched, asteroid belt tumbling, Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows, Charon orbits gently, Triton's geysers rise, Haumea spins, Make glows faintly, Eris tilts, comets drift inward, tails stretching, dust shimmering, zodiacal light glows faintly, rogue planets drift, super-Earth's orbit red dwarfs, hot Jupiters glow, water worlds reflect, carbon planets shine, diamond rain falls, cosmic microwave background hums, galaxies redshift, planets older than the sun drift, brown dwarf worlds move softly, and you, floating, drifting, sinking, breathing in rhythm, soft, slow, heavier, heavier, muscles dissolving, mind melting into cosmic calm. Meteor showers arrive softly, particles burning, cirrus clouds forming, hydrogen diffusing, heliopause resisting, soft boundary. And as all these planetary mysteries continue, you drift deeper, heavier, softer. Every orbit, every spin, every whisper of wind, ice and light merging with your own gentle rhythm. The universe, infinite, moving, soft, unbroken, hypnotic, and you, floating, drifting, sinking. All planets, all moons, all minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting deeper, slower, into the calm. And the mysteries continue, soft, endless, infinite. The rhythm carries you, holding you, heavier, heavier, deeper, into the slow, gentle, drifting night, into the slow, gentle, drifting night, where every planet turns soft, every moon glides silently, every orbit a quiet, hypnotic rhythm. Beyond the inner planets, the asteroid belt drifts, fragments slowly tumbling, icy rocks spinning gently in the dark, Vesta's central peak rising like a frozen sentinel, Ceres reflecting sunlight softly, bright spots like tiny mirrors, Pallas lying dark, untouched, silent. Pluto and Charon continue their cosmic dance, rotating around a shared center of gravity, heart-shaped glacier flowing, nitrogen ice shifting slowly, Triton sending faint plumes skyward, Haumea spinning dizzyingly, make reflecting dim light, Eris tilted and distant. Comets move inward from the Oort cloud, icy nuclei forming slowly, dust trailing, soft tails catching sunlight, the faint glow of zodiacal light tracing paths across the void. Rogue planets drift alone, super-Earths orbit distant red dwarfs, hot Jupiters close to their suns, carbon planets shimmering like black crystals, water worlds reflecting faint starlight, diamond rain falling on distant Neptunes, planets in orbital resonance tug gently, moons guiding rings, auroras flickering, soft currents of energy pulsing, rhythmic, hypnotic. Exoplanets orbit binary stars, twin suns rising and setting, long shadows dancing, soft light warming thick atmospheres, clouds drifting slowly, subtle color shifting across skies. Water worlds glow faintly, oceans reflecting twin stars, currents moving slowly, waves rolling, soft, silent, endless. Carbon planets shimmer like black diamonds, surfaces catching faint starlight, rocks crystallized, cool, quiet, hypnotic. Rogue planets drifting endlessly, warmed only by leftover heat, illuminated faintly, a solitary glow in the cosmic dark. Some planets orbit pulsars, rhythmic pulses of energy, thump, 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 echoing softly, a heartbeat in the universe. The Kuiper belt stretches, Qua possibly ringed, Gong glowing red, Sedna moving slowly, distant, untouched, comets forming, drifting. Long-period comets approach slowly, icy surfaces reflecting faint starlight, dust forming delicate tails, flowing behind, whispering stories of time. Zodiacal light glimmers, faint, triangular, dust reflecting the distant sun, a gentle guiding path through the void. All these distant worlds move, soft, rhythmic, subtle, infinite, and you, drifting with them, slow, deeper, heavier. Mars glows faintly red, polar caps shimmering, ancient riverbeds winding silently, Valles Marineris stretching open, shadows cast by dust devils spiraling, lava tubes dark, eternal, quiet. Mercury rotates slowly, scarps creeping, magnetic field pulsing faintly. Venus rolls under thick clouds, nightside permanent, heat trapped, lightning flickers hidden. Earth hums softly, auroras glow, cirrus clouds drift, air glow faintly visible, seismic hum under oceans, axis tilting gently, magnetic pole wandering slowly. The moon turns silently, dark side hidden, craters ancient, lava tubes deep, Phobos and Deimos tumble, Dion's frozen rivers glimmer, Rhea rotates calmly, Hyperion tumbles, Himalaya's spikes cast shadows, Callisto lies silent, Ganymede auroras flicker, Io glows with volcanic pulses, Jupiter's clouds swirl, great red spot turning, metallic hydrogen core under immense pressure, Saturn's Ephring whispers, shepherd moons nudging particles, hexagonal storm rotating at the North Pole, auroras shifting softly, Uranus tilts, faint rings glowing, soft blue haze surrounding, Neptune storms drift, diamond rain falling, Ceres bright spots shimmer, Vesta rises, Pallas remains untouched, asteroid belt tumbling, pieces drifting in arcs, Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows, Charon orbiting gently, Triton's geysers rise, Haumea spins, make glowing, Eris tilted, comets drifting, tails stretching, dust shimmering, zodiacal light faint, guiding your mind. Rogue planets drift, super Earths orbit faint stars, hot Jupiters glow, water worlds reflect, carbon planets sparkle, diamond rain falls, cosmic microwave background hums, galaxies redshifting, planets older than sun drifting, brown dwarf worlds moving. You drift, slower, softer, breathing in rhythm, muscles dissolving, mind floating free, every cell attuned to orbits, spins, rotations, Meteor showers arrive, particles glowing softly, cirrus clouds forming high, hydrogen diffusing, heliopause gently holding back interstellar medium, planets older than the sun, drifting silently, spinning, orbiting, minor planets in Kuiper Belt, Qual ringed, Gong glowing, Sedna distant, comets forming, drifting. Long-period comets approach, icy surfaces reflecting, tails trailing, soft, hypnotic, slow. Zodiacal light glimmers, faint triangle in void, guiding drifting mind. Galaxies move, redshift stretching light, planets orbiting pulsars. Thump, thump, thump. Planets in resonance tug softly, moons guiding rings, auroras flickering, soft currents, rhythmic, hypnotic. Exoplanets orbit twin stars, shadows dance, clouds drift, subtle color shifts, soft, endless. Water worlds glow, oceans reflect twin suns, currents moving, waves rolling, silent. Carbon planets shimmer, rogue planets drift, warmed by leftover heat, faint solitary glow, and the universe hums, slowly, softly, infinitely, and you, heavier, deeper, floating, breathing, melting. Each planet, each moon, each orbit, a story, a song, a gentle pulse. Your body drifts with it, muscles dissolving, breath softening, heartbeat slowing. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds form, hydrogen drifts, heliopause boundary, soft, invisible, holding, and the quiet grows, deeper, warmer, surrounding, enveloping, carrying you, heavier, deeper, all planets, all moons, all minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting, sinking, melting, soft, gentle, endless. Every orbit, every spin, every whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic, every breath sinking, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm. And as you drift, the universe spins, orbiting, pulsing, soft, infinite. And the next mysteries rise, faint, gentle, soft, and we drift onward, heavier, deeper, into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence, into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence, drifting, heavier, deeper, the rhythm of the cosmos pulsing softly around you. Beyond the familiar planets, countless minor worlds glide silently, the Kuiper Belt stretching outward, icy fragments slowly turning, Qua possibly encircled by rings, Gong dark and reddish, Sedna moving in its long distant arc, comets forming quietly, drifting, cold, untouched. Long period comets approach, icy nuclei warming slightly, dust shimmering in the weak light, tails stretching like soft ribbons, following paths laid down eons ago. A gentle whisper across space. Far beyond, rogue planets drift alone. No sun to warm them, glowing faintly with leftover internal heat. Isolated travelers in the infinite night, calm, eternal. Super-Earths orbit distant red dwarfs, thick atmospheres filtering soft light. clouds drifting slowly, oceans, if present, moving silently, currents like liquid lullabies, hot Jupiters orbit close to their stars, their atmospheres glowing with heat, winds rushing across surfaces, yet from this distance, soft, gentle, hypnotic, almost dreamlike. Carbon planets glimmer like black crystals, reflecting faint starlight, surfaces sculpted by slow tectonics, ice, rock, carbon, all forming shapes that shift imperceptibly, endlessly. Water worlds reflect distant light, oceans stretching uninterrupted, slow rolling waves, currents moving under soft clouds, entirely peaceful, silent, hypnotic. Binary star systems paint skies with twin shadows, soft light splitting across cloud layers, subtle shifts in color, shadows merging and drifting, delicate, slow, mesmerizing. Tidal forces tug softly on moons, rings held in precise arcs, auroras flicker on magnetic poles, energy pulsing gently, rhythmic, hypnotic. Even the faint magnetic fields of distant planets hum softly, particles spiraling, slow, invisible, brushing past space, echoing the rhythm of everything. Back in the solar system, Mars drifts quietly, polar caps shimmering faintly, valleys marineris stretching deep, dust devils spinning slowly, lava tubes remaining in eternal darkness, ancient riverbeds hinting at water long gone. Mercury rotates slowly, scarps curling, magnetic field pulsing faintly. Venus rolls under thick clouds, perpetual night side silent and heavy, occasional hidden lightning flickering. Earth rotates serenely, auroras shimmering, cirrus clouds drifting, air glow faintly glowing, seismic hum beneath oceans vibrating slowly, axis tilting gently, magnetic pole wandering gradually. The moon rotates silently, dark side hidden, craters ancient, lava tubes deep. Phobos and Deimos tumble, Dion's frozen rivers glitter faintly, Rhea rotates slowly, Hyperion tumbles, Himalaya's icy spikes casting long shadows. Callista remains quiet, Ganymede auroras flicker faintly, Io glows with volcanic pulses, Jupiter's clouds swirl, great red spot turning endlessly, metallic hydrogen core under immense pressure, Saturn's rings whisper, shepherd moons guiding particles, hexagonal storms spinning at North Pole, auroras shifting softly, Uranus tilts, faint rings glow, soft blue haze across atmosphere, Neptune storms drift, diamond rain falling, Ceres bright spots shimmer, Vesta rises, Pallas untouched, asteroid belt tumbling, fragments drifting silently, Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows, Charon orbiting gently, Triton's geysers rising softly, Haumea spinning, make, faintly glowing, Eris tilted, comets drift inward, tails extending, dust glimmering faintly, zodiacal light faint, guiding your mind deeper. Rogue planets drift, super Earths orbit distant stars, hot Jupiters glowing, water worlds reflecting, carbon planets shimmering, diamond rain falling softly. The cosmic microwave background hums faintly, galaxies red shifting slowly, planets older than the sun drifting, brown dwarf worlds moving softly, and you floating, slower, softer, heavier. Every breath synchronized with the quiet rhythm, muscles dissolving, mind drifting free. Meteor showers burn softly in upper atmospheres. Cirrus clouds forming high above, hydrogen drifting away. Heliopause holding back the interstellar medium. Soft, invisible boundary. Beyond the inner planets, minor worlds glide. Icy Kuiper belt fragments, scattered Oort cloud comets, Quar ringed, Gong glowing red, Sedna distant, untouched, forming tails softly, drifting. Long period comets approach slowly, icy surfaces reflecting weak starlight, dust forming delicate tails trailing softly, whispering stories of eons past. Galaxies drift, red-shifting, planets orbiting pulsars, soft thump, 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 rhythmic heartbeat. Planets in resonance tug gently, moons nudging rings, auroras flickering, energy flowing slowly, hypnotic, endless. Exoplanets orbit twin stars, shadows dancing, clouds drifting, colours shifting slowly. Water worlds glow, oceans reflect twin light sources, currents moving silently, waves rolling softly, hypnotic. Carbon planets shimmer black, rogue planets drift, warmed faintly, solitary, infinite, and the universe hums, slowly, softly, infinitely, and you, heavier, deeper, floating, melting, breathing. Each planet, moon, comet, asteroid, orbiting, spinning, glowing, whispering. Your body drifts with it, muscles dissolving, breath softening, heartbeat slowing. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drift, hydrogen escapes. Heliopause holds, and the quiet grows, deeper, warmer, surrounding, enveloping, carrying you, heavier, deeper. All planets, moons, minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting, sinking, melting, soft, gentle, endless. Every orbit, spin, whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic. Every breath sinking, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm. And as you drift, the universe spins, orbiting, pulsing, soft, infinite. And the next mysteries rise, faint, gentle, soft. And we drift onward, heavier, deeper, into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence. Into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence. Drifting, heavier, deeper, the rhythm of the cosmos pulsing softly around you. Beyond the planets we know, countless minor worlds glide silently, Kuiper belt fragments turning slowly, Quar possibly encircled by rings, Gong surface deep red, Sedna moving in long distant arcs, comets forming quietly, drifting, untouched, cold, infinite. Long period comets approach, icy cores warming faintly, dust glimmering in weak sunlight, tails stretching like soft ribbons, whispering stories of time, of distant stars, of light that travelled millions of years before touching icy surfaces, before fading softly into shadow. Rogue planets drift alone, warmed only by internal heat, silent travellers in the void, drifting through darkness without companion suns, glowing faintly, lonely, endless. Super-Earths orbit distant red dwarfs, thick atmospheres filtering gentle starlight, clouds moving slowly, oceans, if present, flowing silently, currents like liquid lullabies, soft, undisturbed, hypnotic. Hot Jupiters orbit closely, enormous glowing gas giants, their atmospheres roiling, winds rushing, heat diffusing slowly from dayside to nightside. But from this distance, everything feels soft, gentle, dreamlike. Carbon planets shimmer, black and crystalline, surfaces catching faint starlight, rocks glinting, edges softening in the distance, untouched by time, slowly turning, hypnotic, endless. Water worlds reflect faint light, oceans stretching endlessly, waves rolling, currents moving silently beneath cloud layers, soft hypnotic undulations, breathing softly as if the planet itself exhales. Binary star systems illuminate skies, twin shadows merging and drifting, subtle shifts of colour across soft clouds, warmth from both suns filtering slowly through thick atmospheres, gentle, slow, rhythmic, mesmerizing. Tidal forces tug at moons, rings held in precise arcs, auroras flicker at magnetic poles, energy pulses softly, rhythmic, hypnotic, each motion perfectly timed, slow, endless. Even faint magnetic fields hum, charged particles spiraling outward, barely perceptible, brushing softly past space, a quiet rhythm echoing across planets, moons, asteroids. All of it synchronized, calm. In our solar system, Mars glows softly red, polar caps shimmering faintly, Valles Marineris stretching open, shadows cast by dust devils twisting slowly, lava tubes holding eternal darkness, riverbeds carved long ago, silent, untouched, whispering. Mercury rotates slowly, scarps creeping across its surface, magnetic field pulsing faintly. Venus rolls under thick sulfuric clouds, nightside permanent, heat trapped, quiet, unseen lightning flickering somewhere far within. Earth rotates, auroras shimmering, cirrus clouds drifting, airglow faintly visible, seismic hum beneath oceans, axis tilting slowly, magnetic pull wandering, a gentle rhythm of the world itself, soft, calm, hypnotic. The moon rotates, one side bright, one side dark, craters ancient, lava tubes deep. Phobos and Deimos tumble around Mars. Dian's frozen rivers glint faintly. Rhea rotates slowly. Hyperion tumbles unpredictably. Himalaya's icy spikes casting long, delicate shadows. Callisto remains silent. Ganymede auroras flicker faintly. Io glows with volcanic pulses. Jupiter's clouds swirl. Great red spot turning slowly. Metallic hydrogen core deep below. Immense pressures, unseen, silent, hypnotic. Saturn's rings whisper. Shepherd moons nudging particles. Hexagonal storm rotating endlessly at the North Pole. Auroras shifting softly. Uranus tilts. Faint rings glow. Soft blue haze covering the atmosphere. Neptune's storms drift. diamond rain falling. Ceres' bright spots gleam. Vesta's central peak rises, Pallas untouched, asteroid belt tumbling slowly, pieces drifting in arcs like dancers in an endless ballet. Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows, Charon orbiting gently, Triton's geysers rise softly, Haumea spins, make glowing dimly. Eris tilted, comets drift inward, icy nuclei stretching tails long, dust shimmering faintly, zodiacal light faintly glimmering, guiding your mind deeper. Rogue planets drift endlessly, super Earths orbit distant stars, hot Jupiters glow, water worlds reflect faint starlight, carbon planets shine, diamond rain falling softly, the cosmic microwave background hums, faintly, galaxies red-shifting, planets older than the sun drifting, brown dwarf worlds moving slowly. You drift with it all, slower, softer, heavier, every breath in rhythm with the quiet motion of planets and moons, muscles dissolving, mind floating free, every cell attuned to orbits, spins, rotations. Meteor showers arrive, particles burning softly in upper atmospheres, cirrus clouds forming high above, hydrogen drifting slowly into space, heliopause gently holding back the interstellar medium, soft, invisible, boundary. Minor worlds glide, icy Kuiper belt fragments, scattered Oort cloud comets, Qua ringed, Gong glowing red, Sedna distant, untouched, comets drifting silently. Long period comets approach slowly, icy surfaces reflecting dim light, tails trailing, whispering stories from eons past, galaxies drift, redshift stretching light across millions of light years, planets orbiting pulsars, soft thump, 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 rhythmic heartbeat of the galaxy. Planets in resonance tug softly, moons guiding rings, auroras flickering, energy flowing slowly, hypnotic, endless. Exoplanets orbit twin stars, shadows dancing across soft clouds, subtle shifts in color, warmth alternating, hypnotic, soft, endless. Water worlds glow, oceans reflecting twin starlight, currents moving silently beneath soft clouds, waves rolling, hypnotic, carbon planets shimmer, rogue planets drift, warmed faintly, solitary, infinite, and the universe hums, slowly, softly, infinitely, and you, heavier, deeper, floating, melting, breathing. Each planet, moon, comet, asteroid, orbiting, spinning, glowing, whispering. Your body drifts with it, muscles dissolving, breath softening, heartbeat slowing. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drifting, hydrogen escaping, heliopause boundary, soft, invisible, holding, and the quiet grows, deeper, warmer, surrounding, enveloping, carrying you, heavier, deeper, all planets, moons, minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting, sinking, melting, soft, gentle, endless, every orbit, spin, whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic, every breath sinking, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm, and as you drift, the universe spins, orbiting, pulsing, soft, infinite. And the next mysteries rise, faint, gentle, soft, and we drift onward, heavier, deeper, into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence. Heavier, deeper, floating, melting into the soft, endless calm of planetary silence, drifting, slower, slower. Beyond the familiar planets, globular clusters shimmer faintly, dense knots of stars, worlds orbiting silently, ancient, untouched, glowing softly under the distant light of countless suns. Imagine planets in these clusters, older than our sun, spinning gently, orbiting ancient stars, their surfaces etched by craters, scarred by collisions billions of years ago, quiet, still, hypnotic, untouched. Some orbit brown dwarfs, dim fading embers, their skies dark, surfaces illuminated by faint heat, clouds drifting slowly, a subtle glow barely visible, calm, mesmerizing. Rogue planets wander alone in the galaxy, drifting silently, no sun to warm them, glowing faintly from leftover heat, immense, solitary, infinite. Super-Earths orbit distant red dwarfs, thick atmospheres filtering soft starlight, clouds moving slowly, oceans, if present, rolling silently, currents like liquid lullabies, soft, unbroken, hypnotic. Hot Jupiters orbit tightly, enormous gas giants glowing, atmospheres roiling, winds rushing, night side cooling. But seen from afar, the motion feels slow, hypnotic, rhythmic. Carbon planets shimmer, black and crystalline, reflecting faint starlight, surfaces sculpted by slow tectonics, untouched, infinite. Water worlds reflect distant light, oceans stretching endlessly, slow rolling waves, currents moving beneath soft clouds, soft, gentle, endless. Binary star systems paint skies with twin shadows, shadows dancing, colors merging, light shifting, clouds moving, warmth from both stars filtering gently, hypnotic, slow. Tidal forces tug at moons, shepherd moons guiding rings, auroras flickering, energy pulsing softly, rhythmic, hypnotic, perfect timing, slow, endless. Magnetic fields hum faintly, particles spiraling, barely perceptible, brushing softly past space, echoing the rhythm of orbits, rotations, motions, soft, infinite. Back in our solar system, Mars drifts quietly, polar caps shimmering faintly, Valles Marineris stretching open, dust devils spinning slowly, lava tubes holding eternal darkness, ancient river beds whispering, silent, untouched. Mercury rotates, scarps curling, magnetic field pulsing faintly. Venus rolls, thick clouds covering the surface, perpetual night, hidden lightning flickering, Earth hums, auroras shimmering, cirrus clouds drifting, faint air glow, seismic hum beneath oceans, axis tilting gently, magnetic pole wandering, soft rhythm, hypnotic. The moon rotates, dark side hidden, craters ancient, lava tubes deep, Phobos and Deimos tumble, Dion's frozen rivers glint faintly. Rhea rotates slowly. Hyperion tumbles, Himalaya's icy spikes casting long shadows. Callisto remains quiet. Ganymede auroras flicker faintly. Io glows. Jupiter's clouds swirl. Great red spot turning slowly. Metallic hydrogen core deep within. Immense pressure. Silent. Hypnotic. Saturn's rings whisper. Shepherd moons nudging. Hexagonal storm rotating at North Pole. Auroras shifting. Uranus tilts. Faint rings glowing. Soft blue haze covering atmosphere. Neptune storms drift. Diamond rain falling. Ceres bright spots shimmer. Vesta rises, Pallas untouched. Asteroid belt tumbling. Fragments drifting in arcs. Soft. Endless. Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows. Charon orbiting. Triton's geysers rising. Haumea spinning. Make glowing. Eris tilted. Comets drift inward. Icy nuclei forming long tails. Dust shimmering. Zodiacal light faintly glowing, guiding your mind deeper. Rogue planets drift. Super-Earth's orbit distant stars. Hot Jupiters glow. Water worlds reflect. Carbon planets shine. Diamond rain falling softly. Cosmic microwave background hums. Galaxies redshift. Planets older than sun drifting. Brown dwarf worlds moving. You drift with all of it. Slower. Softer. Heavier. Every breath syncing with the quiet rhythm of planets. Moons. Comets. Asteroids. Everything. Meteor showers burn softly. Cirrus clouds drifting. Hydrogen drifting into space. Heliopause holding back interstellar medium. Soft boundary. Invisible. Protective. Calm. Minor worlds glide. Icy Kuiper belt fragments. Scattered Oort cloud comets. Quar ringed. Gongong glowing red. Sedna distant. Untouched. Comets drifting silently. Long period comets approach. Icy surfaces reflecting faint starlight. Tails trailing. Whispering. Soft. Stories of eons past. Galaxies drift. Redshift stretching. Planets orbiting pulsars. Soft thump, thump, thump. A gentle heartbeat echoing through the void. Planets in resonance tug softly. Moons guiding rings. Auroras flickering. Energy flowing. Rhythmic. Hypnotic. Endless. Exoplanets orbit twin stars. Shadows dancing across soft clouds. Colours shifting. Warmth alternating. Soft. Endless. Water worlds glow. Oceans reflect twin starlight. Currents moving silently. Waves rolling. Hypnotic. Carbon planets shimmer. Rogue planets drift. Warmed faintly. Solitary. Infinite. And now, imagine unseen worlds. Minor planets in distant star systems. Exomoons orbiting distant giants. Clouds shifting slowly. Auroras flickering faintly. Planetary rings thin. Whispering. Comets drifting past. Icy dust sparkling. Planets slowly rotating. Moons orbiting silently. Auroras at poles. Faint. Gentle. Soft. Rhythmic. Hypnotic. Every orbit. Every spin. Every whisper of planetary wind. Ice. Light. Echoing in your mind. Soothing. Hypnotic. Breath sinking. Heartbeat slowing. Thump. 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 Soft. Slow. Gentle. You drift. Slower. Deeper. Heavier. Melting into the quiet. floating, absorbing the rhythm of orbits, rotations, the silent spin of distant worlds. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drift above distant surfaces, hydrogen slowly diffusing, heliopore's boundary soft, invisible, holding, protective, galaxies moving slowly, redshift stretching light, rogue planets wandering, pulsars pulsing, faint thump, 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 rhythm of the universe. Super-Earth's orbit red dwarfs, hot Jupiters glow, carbon planets sparkle, water worlds reflect, diamond rain falling, all soft, endless, hypnotic. The universe hums, slowly, softly, infinitely, and you, heavier, deeper, floating, melting, breathing. Each planet, moon, asteroid, comet, orbiting, spinning, glowing, whispering. Your body drifts with it, muscles dissolving, breath softening, heartbeat slowing, meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drifting, hydrogen escaping, heliopores holding. The quiet grows, deeper, warmer, surrounding, enveloping, carrying you, heavier, deeper. All planets, moons, minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting, sinking, melting, soft, gentle, endless. Every orbit, spin, whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic. Every breath sinking, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm. And as you drift, the universe spins, orbiting, pulsing, soft, infinite. And the next mysteries rise are faint, gentle, soft. And we drift onward, heavier, deeper, into the slow, gentle calm of planetary silence. Heavier, deeper, floating, melting. The universe hums softly, a slow rhythmic pulse. Every planet, every moon, every comet, drifting in silence, endless, hypnotic. Beyond familiar worlds, countless minor planets glide, icy Kuiper belt fragments tumbling, Quar possibly ringed, Gong glowing faint red, Sedna moving on distant arcs, untouched, untouched, untouched. Long-period comets drift inward, icy surfaces reflecting faint starlight, dust trailing like thin silk, whispering softly, a story older than your mind can grasp, soft, calm, endless. Rogue planets float alone, drifting through dark expanses, no sun to warm them, glowing faintly from internal heat, immense, solitary, infinite. Super-Earths orbit distant red dwarfs, thick atmospheres filtering soft dim starlight, clouds shifting slowly, oceans moving beneath, currents flowing quietly, undisturbed, hypnotic. Hot Jupiters orbit tightly, glowing gas giants, turbulent atmospheres roiling slowly, winds rushing, heat diffusing across day and night sides, but far away. Everything soft, slow, dreamlike, hypnotic. Carbon planets shimmer black, crystalline, edges softened by distance, tectonic shifts imperceptible, untouched by time, eternal, calm. Water worlds reflect faint starlight, oceans stretching endlessly, soft rolling waves, currents beneath thick clouds, gentle, soothing, hypnotic. Binary star systems illuminate skies, twin shadows merging, clouds drifting slowly, subtle warmth alternating, gentle shifting of color, slow, mesmerizing, hypnotic. Tidal forces pull moons, shepherd moons guiding rings, auroras flickering softly at poles, energy moving rhythmically, hypnotic, endless. Even faint magnetic fields hum softly, particles spiraling outward, brushing space silently. A rhythm echoing through planets, moons, asteroids, soft, infinite, hypnotic. Mars glows faintly red, polar caps shimmering, valleys marineris stretching open, dust devils spinning slowly, lava tubes holding eternal darkness, ancient riverbeds whispering, soft, calm. Mercury rotates, scarps creeping slowly, magnetic field pulsing faintly. Venus rolls under thick clouds, nightside permanent, heat trapped, occasional hidden lightning, soft flickers unseen. Earth hums, auroras flicker, cirrus clouds drifting, faint air glow rippling, seismic hum beneath oceans, axis tilting slowly, magnetic pole wandering, soft rhythm, hypnotic. The moon rotates silently, one side bright, one side dark, craters ancient, lava tubes deep, Phobos and Deimos tumble, Dian's frozen rivers glint, Rhea rotates slowly, Hyperion tumbles unpredictably, Himalaya's icy spikes casting delicate shadows, Callisto quiet, Ganymede auroras flicker, Io glowing, Jupiter's clouds swirling, great red spot turning, metallic hydrogen core deep, immense pressure, silent, mesmerizing. Saturn's rings whisper, shepherd moons nudging particles, hexagonal storm rotating endlessly, auroras shifting, Uranus tilts, faint rings glow, soft blue haze, Neptune storms drift, diamond rain falling, Ceres bright spots shimmer, Vesta's central peak rises, Pallas untouched, asteroid belt tumbling slowly, fragments drifting in endless arcs, Pluto's heart-shaped glacier flows, Charon orbiting, Triton's geysers rise, Haumea spinning, make faintly glowing, Eris tilted, comets drift, icy nuclei forming long tails, dust sparkling faintly, zodiacal light guiding your drifting mind deeper, rogue planets drift, super Earths orbit distant stars, hot Jupiters glowing, water worlds reflecting faint starlight, carbon planets shimmering, diamond rain falling. The cosmic microwave background hums faintly, galaxies redshifting slowly, planets older than sun drifting, brown dwarf worlds moving. You drift, slower, softer, heavier, every breath syncing with the rhythm of planets, moons, comets, asteroids, everything, soft, infinite. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drifting, hydrogen diffusing, heliopause gently holding, boundary soft, invisible, protective, calm. Minor worlds glide, icy Kuiper belt fragments, scattered Oort cloud comets, Quar ringed, Gong glowing red, Sedna distant, untouched, comets drifting silently. Long period comets approach, icy surfaces reflecting faint starlight, tails trailing softly, whispering stories of eons. Galaxies drift, redshift stretching light across millions of light years, planets orbiting pulsars, soft thump, 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 gentle heartbeat. Planets in resonance tug softly, moons guiding rings, auroras flickering, energy flowing, rhythmic, hypnotic, endless. Exoplanets orbit twin stars, shadows dancing, colours shifting, warmth alternating, soft, endless. Water worlds glow, oceans reflect twin starlight, currents moving silently, waves rolling, hypnotic. Carbon planets shimmer, rogue planets drift, warmed faintly, solitary, infinite. And now, imagine unseen worlds, minor planets orbiting distant stars, exomoons circling giants, clouds shifting slowly, auroras flickering, rings whispering, soft, gentle. Comets drift past, icy dust sparkling, planets slowly rotating, moons orbiting silently, auroras at poles, faint, gentle, soft, rhythmic, hypnotic. Every orbit, every spin, every whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic, breath sinking, heartbeat slowing, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm. You drift, slower, deeper, heavier, melting into the quiet, floating, absorbing the rhythm of orbits, rotations, silent spin of distant worlds. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drift above distant surfaces, hydrogen slowly diffusing, heliopore's boundary soft, invisible, holding, protective, galaxies moving slowly, redshift stretching light, rogue planets wandering, pulsars pulsing, faint thump, 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 rhythm of the universe. Super-Earths orbit red dwarfs, hot Jupiters glow, carbon planets sparkle, water worlds reflect, diamond rain falling, all soft, endless, hypnotic, and the universe hums, slowly, softly, infinitely, and you, heavier, deeper, floating, melting, breathing, each planet, moon, asteroid, comet, orbiting, spinning, glowing, whispering. Your body drifts with it, muscles dissolving, breath softening, heartbeat slowing. Meteor showers burn softly, cirrus clouds drifting, hydrogen escaping, heliopores holding. The quiet grows, deeper, warmer, surrounding, enveloping, carrying you, heavier, deeper, all planets, moons, minor worlds, spinning, orbiting, glowing, whispering, and you, drifting, sinking, melting, soft, gentle, endless, every orbit, spin, whisper of planetary wind, ice, light, echoing in your mind, soothing, hypnotic, every breath sinking, thump, 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 slow, rhythmic, calm, and as you drift, the universe spins, orbiting, pulsing, soft, infinite, and the next mysteries rise, faint, gentle, soft, the diamond rain of Neptune, the silent frozen oceans of Europa, the rogue planets wandering space alone. There's nothing you need to do now. Just let your body sink, heavier, heavier. Feel the mattress holding you, every muscle softening, your heartbeat slowing, thump, thump, matching the rhythm of space itself. shoulders melting down, jaw releasing, each breath pulling you deeper, deeper into the calm, the quiet, the dark, and the universe keeps turning, and the silent orbits of distant planets continue their slow cosmic ballet, and will keep drifting, floating together through the mysteries